ChinaDolls, welcome back. I'm super excited to show you guys how I slayed this hair. This is hair by Klaiyi hair company. This is their Brazilian curl, and I'm gonna show you how I finessed. I bleached this lace frontal, so there was a this not lace frontal, lace closure, and I'm gonna use 3 bundles and this closure. So as you can see, I bleached it. I didn't show that part, but if you guys want to see a video on how I do that, definitely can. I already have the hair braided down and like everything. I'm just gonna start stitching the closure on. The reason why I personally like to stitch my closures first instead of starting to stitch the bundles and then the closure, I kind of like to know what I'm working with as far as styling, and when I stitch on the frontal, I have a little bit more luxury of kind of knowing what I'm doing. Or like, for example, this particular style is a side part, and this individual prefers like deeper side parts. I don't like to wait till like I'm already like stitching the hair and everything, like, you know, I like to have a little room for figuring out what we're gonna do. So I stitch on the closure first, or the frontal first, and I mean, this is kind of tedious, but I get all the way around the back. I make sure I take my time with doing this, because as you can see, I'm doing literally inches apart from each other. I do that because I want to make sure that this is tacked. When I say tacked down, it has to not move, because I'm not using as much glue. This sewing is actually going to be almost glueless. I barely used any glue. I used a little bit later, which you'll find out, but I have to make sure this was secured all the way, and you know, just like any regular sewing would be. But I just took my time with making sure each was sewed in, and I doubled them to definitely secure that. Now, as you can see, every other braid I went back and then I knotted it, and then moving forward I stitched to the next braid. I do that because I learned that trick, and I realized that when you do that, it doesn't loosen the hair. It's like it pulls the hair back, and then it also tightens it by you doing that. It's kind of like an elastic band method, but yeah, as you guys can just clearly see what I'm doing. Now that that's done, we're gonna get into them bundles, hunty. So I always open up the bundles and measure around the head to kind of see where I'm gonna start. I start from the bottom and then work my way back up to the closure of the frontal. Yeah, I do that because I like, as you can see here, I'm doubling up on wefts to sew in. And basically, like, if I'm doubling up on bundles, right, I like to start at the back, because the back is how I want the back to be the fullest. I don't need the top part to be as full. Like, I probably use like, I start to thin out the tracks the closer I get to the top, because I want the top to lay down as flat as possible, and I want the back to be as full and thick as possible. Especially because, like, if you're a person that loves big hair, there's like a method to how you should stitch in curly hair to make it look bigger and like more voluptuous, or like there's methods into making it look natural. And right now we're looking for the big Diana Ross like curl, but at the same time, like, it's gonna be tamed. It's not gonna be like all the way Diana Ross. It's like a tamed Diana Ross. So yeah, we as you can see, that's kind of how I did it. Once I get closer to the closure, I start stitching the actual tracks to the back of the closure, so I connect the two. I don't just stitch the track to the braid. No honey. Then you can see I start stitching the lace actually down, because like I said before, I'm not really using any glue, so I just stitch the lace down to her actual hairline. I mean, not to her hairline, to the actual braids, because I don't want it to move. Then I start plucking at the frontal, just because I felt like it needed a little bit more of a I don't know, like it just was bothering me, you guys. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it just needed a little bit more space. I don't really like thin lines. I feel like it just looks so fake. So I try to always like touch up the lines that come with like closures or frontals or wigs. That's just me. But when I apply my powder and like, you know, finesse everything, you can see it looks a lot better. Like, it looks so much better. So the gel that she had prior in her hair, it was kind of like flaky-ish. So what we did was we added the Gots to Be glue instead, and I tried to like comb out that gel, and I, you know, created my little baby hairs or whatever. But you can see, like, this process for me, I feel like took the longest, because I'm so peculiar to my baby hair. Like, you can see I'm like wiping, I'm trying to wipe off that like residue with the baby wipe, but then at the same time, like, I want to finesse the baby hair. So what I did was I just started cutting like a little bit of hair, just to kind of the closure, so I can blend it in with her baby hair, so it just looks a little bit more natural. And you guys can clearly see that helped a little bit, as far as making it look a lot natural. And now I'm gonna go in and create my baby hairs for the whole rest of her head. So I got the Gots to Be glue, slap it on her Willow's peak, and just swoop that bad boy. I feel like it was so much easier to finesse this side because there was no like product on her hair, so it was just a lot easier, whereas the other side it had like product, and I felt like that's kind of like what held back. When you're doing your baby hair, you want your forehead and your hairline to be clean. Like, you don't want to put any gel, no mousse, like nothing, when styling, because sometimes products don't mix well with each other, and then it just is a hot mess. So as you can see here, how nice it came out. I really cut them baby hairs, you know. All right, guys, this is the final look. Tell me what you think. Did I not finesse? Yes. Okay, please thumbs up this video. Don't forget to share and subscribe. Hit that notification button, and thank you for watching.